All right, my beautiful people, welcome to another lovely episode of the Gear Corner. This is the pedal building portion. Today, we are going to be building the 2 Kings boost from StuMac Lifetime Promise since 1968. Oh, brand new. They were whoring them out, as I like to say. So we're going to check and see what's in the box. What's in the box? I have not opened this yet. So let's find out. All right. All right, we got an instruction manual. I'm excited about that. Let's see what this is. We got some stickers. Yay, stickers. That might go on. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know yet. Don't care yet. Let's see. As far as the... Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Look at all that beautiful detail. Look at all that beautiful detail of what to do and when to do it. And, just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. This is the kind of stuff I appreciate. This is the kind of stuff I appreciate, friends. Look at that. Showing you exactly what they are. Ugh, this is beautiful. This is going to be a wonderful build. I can tell you right now. Okay. That is factory sealed, friends. There's no staples or nothing. That is still completely sealed from the factory. You got all their parts, and I can already tell you they're individually pieced. As far as you got individual bags, everything's together. All the hardware, the wiring, all the components. That's awesome. We'll dig into that in a moment. You've got, oh, so pretty. I did opt for the white one this time instead of a bare enclosure. It feels so smooth. I see a pink bag in there. Ooh, more components, more pieces. Look at that. Look at that. Just diodes and IC chips and capacitors. Oh my. Yeah, more box capacitors and film capacitors and more integrated circuit chips. There's a lot of integrated circuit chips. We even got our 4 screws for the back of the chassis in its own bag. That is so damned lovely. I am a massive fan of StuMac's kits. They just know what's up. Oh, and protected securely our printed circuit board. Printed circuit board. All right, man. I'm going to unwrap all this stuff and start sectioning it all out. Let's get started. This 12251, 12255, that's not a serial number. It's showing you what kit. There's 2 different kit numbers, and the black mark is showing that I have kit 12255. And what that means is that in the parts list, you'll see that the 1/4 inch mono, fingers out of the shot, 1/4 inch mono jack 1 or 2 for kit 12251, and then 1/4 inch stereo jack, only 1 for kit 12255. And that's what I've got in this kit, is 1 mono and 1 stereo. And that's going to go into the housing. But I have already, in the case itself, I've already started essentially sketching out the values of the potentiometers and what their purposes are. But I also oriented so that I can get the stickers. I had already put the little knob jobs on like that so that I could get the clearance proper and get it all labeled. And the LED bezels and the foot switches, which they're not silent, they're actually quite stiff. Hey, can't all be great, but that means that this thing's going to be really rugged and I can stomp the shit out of it and put it on the floor as opposed to put it on the desk with something important. Not that this isn't important, but you kind of get the point. Anyways, so now that I've got this here, this gives me multiple components that I can check off of my list, and it's already jumped ahead in what I need to have, so that when it comes time to adding these components to the board, I know exactly what orientation they go in. But now I'll just take this and set it aside, get it off the desk, and I can focus on the chipboard. I want to point out something that I greatly and appreciate greatly. Excuse me. When I see the components in this bag that I can reuse, I love that. But you want to get stupid awesome. These are all, give or take, a few key elements. These are all paired together and packed in their own bag. Diodes, capacitors, diodes, resistors, integrated circuit chip sockets. This is amazing. This makes my job 50 times easier putting this kit together. This is yet another example of why I absolutely love and highly suggest StuMac pedal building kits. For anyone that easily gets triggered for anxiety or anything of that nature, this is the kind of thing that I absolutely admire. And again, I suggest it. All right, now that we have gotten all of our parts list together and we've checked off everything from all of the resistors to the capacitors and the diodes and the trim potentiometers and the integrated circuit chips and the sockets and all of the hardware, everything. The step one is showing us all the information about all the diodes and capacitors and resistors and things like that, kind of like a tutorial of what to know about. Long legs equal positive for LEDs, and the film capacitors, that kind of thing. They are polarized, so it matters. That's why longer leg is positive. That's all we need to know. Now, the first real step is going to be hitting up all the diodes. Now, again, look at how beautiful this instruction book is. And it tells you exactly what the list is, with the name, what it looks like in color, how many there are, and where it goes. I mean, I love it. 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 Now, we have 4 of these. There we go. And these are going to be rectifier diodes, known as the 1N4001 or the 1S1588, but they are rectifier diodes, 4 of those. Then we have the 1N914 rectifier diodes as well, and there are 8 of these. And we're going to go ahead and cut that open and get those prepared because we're about to bend and solder all of this stuff. But look at how beautiful these little pumpkin orange and black, my little Halloween rectifier diodes. Look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. So pretty. And then we have our 1N5817 rectifier diodes. They are the black and silver. Silver is the cathode, or the negative, and the majority is the positive, or the anode. So we have 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 4 is 15. 15 rectifier diodes. This guy right here that we'll install later on. Basically, all combinations will allow us to get different types of tones. And we have trim pots, or trim potentiometers, for both circuits. So we can actually enhance, or we can specifically dial in tones for both pedals. All right, now that we have gotten step 1 done with all of our rectifier diodes, 2 plus 4 plus 1, 2 plus 4 plus 2. All right, the book tells us that we are now going to start installing our resistors, and that says to install 26 resistors. But do you see exactly how detailed and beautiful this is? Like, not only did it already give us the breakdown color-wise, yellow, violet, black, red, brown equals 47K resistors. There's 2 of them, and the parts number in case it breaks. You have the ability to just order more. But it also has color-coded lines showing you exactly where they go. I mean, you cannot ask for better instructions. You just cannot. I absolutely adore StuMac for this kind of attention to detail. All right, resistors, here we go. All right, where we are currently at, all of the resistors have been put in. We have moved forward a couple of steps, and we've gotten both of our trim potentiometers in, one for each circuit. And then I just got done taking care of 3 of the integrated circuit chip sockets and the dip switch. And I'm currently letting the sockets cool down for the integrated circuit chips before putting them in, because if you have not seen any of the other videos and are not familiar, the whole reason why you put the sockets in without the chips is so that they do not burn out. They can get damaged by the heat very quickly, and these circuit chips sockets, they heat up extremely quickly. And it looks like we'll be doing the op amps. One will go here for that circuit, one will go there for that circuit, and this socket is going to be the voltage regulator. There was one section stating that you could put in a 1K or a 100K resistor for each circuit so that you can have different gain staging. It was saying that the stock analog man comes with 1K resistors. You can do 100K resistors for a higher gain, which I'm a huge fan of, because you can always turn the higher gain down. So I went ahead and opted for both sides to have 100K resistors for higher gain on each, and then we will control different tones based on the trim pots and the dip switches. Collected more solder, and I have moved ahead a few steps. The integrated circuit chips are in. These are our op amps, and this is our voltage regulator. Now, I've moved on to the capacitors. You see all of those. None of them are soldered in right now, so that's what I'm about to do. All right, so now that we have our resistors and diodes and capacitors, trim potentiometers, integrated circuit chips and sockets, dip switch, et al. Now that we have all of it completely soldered together to the board, there we go, kind of clipped off, or definitely clipped off, but Now that we have that, the next step is actually installing 13 lead wires. And again, it's this kind of thing that I just thoroughly enjoy about StuMac. Like they show you exactly what they want. They tell you exactly how to do it. It's just so nice. So nice. So nice. And then of course they're saying, yeah, use the PCB holder and it's easier and all that. Okay, I have one, and I can tell you right now, if you have like on this side and you're putting things in, you can't get to the other side without everything falling out. And I don't use the putty. I probably should. I've never gone to the extent of ordering any. So, anyways, it's saying that the kit comes with 24 inches of lead wire. Now, the fact that they don't say 2 feet, but they say 24 inches, leads me to believe that they are going to want us to measure and be very, very specific with the measurements. I learned the hard way a while ago that if you just guesstimate, you're going to end up short some wire. So always use a ruler or, tape measure, whatever makes you happy. So this is the one that I use. It's aluminum. Depending on what this tells us, it says 2-inch sections. Cut 9. Let's see. Cut the wire into 6 2-inch sections and 9 1-inch sections. So there you go. 6 2-inch sections. So I'll take the end and hold it down and then bend and clip. This is how I make my leads. Is you can just feed it again and again and again, and it's pretty spot on every time. All right, so we've got 6 2-inch sections, 10, 8, and 9 1-inch sections. They want us to take 30 seconds off. Six and 9. Those are going to be used for the input jack, output jack, and power barrel. These are going to be used to connect the board. Now, insert the stripped ends of the wires into the holes on the component side of the PCB and solder them on the back. All right, so that means we take this bad boy, plug them in this way, and solder them. We've got all 9 wires soldered into the main PCB. And the trick I use is painter's tape. Once I've got all of them free float in, then I put this piece of painter's tape across, like right at the edge, right at the edge, and then across all of the wires so that I can kind of keep them locked down. You know you did it right when you pull the tape and all of them remain. They all stay. They all stayed, which is great news. All right, so now we have that like that, and it tells us we're going to attach the breakout board to the PCBs using the 9 1-inch wires. We've installed in step 7. Have a small piece of masking tape on hand. Well, painter's tape it is. And then, okay. Now, I'm guessing it's like this. I need to double check before I solder anything because it says this side down, but I gotta know. Yeah, okay, see, like the next picture, boom, it even shows you. I want to make sure, and I'm pretty positive there's a picture of this is what it looks like when it's all done. Yeah, it looks like that. So that will be like that. This side down, meaning like that. Cool. This is what I'm talking about. StuMac is the shit. Anyways, it shows you right here to put them into and tape down and then flip it over and solder it. So we're going to do that. We're getting there. Now the potentiometers and switches and input output jack and power, and we should be done. We can test it out and then get some little audio going. All right, so the Two Kings boost. It looks like, or it sounds like, better yet, it sounds like the red channel goes into the white channel, just the same as the signal flow. Inputs on the right-hand side of the pedal, outputs on the left-hand side of the pedal. So, nevertheless, if you use the white channel on its own, red channel on its own. Now I've got the drive at between 2 and 3 o'clock on the red channel because we're going to dump that into the white channel. So I've got it warmer. Interestingly enough, the red channel tone and the white channel tone are identical settings, and the volumes are identical settings. The only difference between the two are that the red channel has the drive between 2 and 3 o'clock, and the white channel has the drive completely dimed. So red channel, white channel, stacked. All right, let's see what the red channel all the way dimed gain sounds like. Yeah, the white channel's got a little more lift to it. Just a little bit, but let's stack both of them with both volumes and drives dimed. So it gets way more compressed. Alright, so let's keep the gain and the volume all the way up on the white channel and bring the red channel back into play. So I think as far as the stacked goes, the sweet spot is going to be with the red channel, the volume at 4 o'clock, the drive at 2 o'clock, and the tone at 3 o'clock. So red channel on its own.
almost like a mild overdrive. Let's see, this is the Voyager with the white channel, or with the red channel added of the 2 Kings boost. White channel and the Voyager. Red and white channel with the Voyager. So when you heard everything kind of going out into minimal nothingness, that is when I had already adjusted my audio interface levels, the input levels, to make sure that I don't clip, because I was running 4 different circuits plus a compressor. See, this is the beautiful thing about a good circuit, or in this case 2 circuits. If you can run them and just dime, or not dime, but add more input to your audio interface and get that amp-like sound. I mean, both circuits are on right now, and there's not a whole lot of white noise, but it sounds... I don't know, it sounds pretty good for what's supposed to be an overdrive or a boost. enough of all that. You heard what it sounds like. It sounds good. StuMac is definitely the way to go for anyone that is looking to learn how to build or already knows how to build and wants some excellent types of pedals that cost a lot less than what the actual ones do. In this case, the Two Kings Boost is the Analog Man King of Tone. That's a 5-year waiting list, and I think it's like $200 or $300 or $400 or $500 or however much it's supposed to be. I don't know. Whereas the Two Kings Boost is, I think I got it on clearance for like $100 on StuMac or some discount, something. Check them out. They're definitely worth it. They've got the clone. They've got Tube Screamer. They've got fuzzes. They've got flangers and phasers and tremolos and delays and all kinds of stuff. And they're really inexpensive. I mean, for what it is, you really don't pay for the infrastructure when you're the one building it. So, all right. Until next video. I hope everyone is staying safe and having a happy holiday.